my dad's here and we can't really use the excavator because everything is super muddy. Like if I can't hardly walk through there without my shoes getting covered in mud like that. So we're working under the porch here where it's sort of dry, except for all that water coming off the bank. And we're putting in drainage, French drainage. So we're going to put down some landscape fabric and some gravel and a pipe and more gravel and landscape fabric. And we're going to have a short section there and then that Y, which is actually going to be over here. And we're going to leave this section capped off because ultimately I want to dig this out, but I can't get under here with the excavator because it's mud. So we got to get it dried up some. Maybe also get some proper channels for this water to drain out instead of just pooling. And then the other section of the Y is going to go here and then right along my house, along the block there. So that should get this dried up. But right now I just have to dig out this little portion here so that we can get some proper fall. Maybe dig out some of this here. But everything up to there should be okay. We'll have to dig out a little bit of that there. Yeah. So that's what I'm doing. So here's what we've got so far. We've got a thin base of gravel here, and sections there, and then we got wood floats there. And there's Dad with some more rock. That seems to be draining well. Stuck in the mud. Well, we've gotten to this point, which is about almost midway, and we're trying to maintain a little bit of slope for the pipe, but it's kind of hard because that end wasn't very low to begin with. But the water does seem to be draining, except for some bits there that are just in low spots. So once that gets filled in high enough for the water to drain out, it should go through the pipe. It's just a pain in the butt working in this because it's mud. There's mud, there's mud, there's mud. There's my rinse bucket for my hands because if I'm using muddy hands on handles like this, then they just slip and it's horrible. So I rinse my hands and then they dry out and they're not slippery with mud. So we got the rest of that in, and because Dad brought up the excavator and I don't want to leave it like outside uncovered, I dug a little bit out here and put it there just so I could park it, but it's getting too dark for me to work. It may look okay in the camera, but in my eye it's about half as bright as it is in the camera. The camera is overexposing it. So luckily that's not too soft right now, and I should be able to do all of it, which is like, yes! That's what I wanted, to be able to do it with this guy. So the ultimate plan is to, I think, slope it this way, and then I'll have a bit of a trench going around the far side, and then this should all stay dry, which is ultimately what I want. We tucked this in against the house because I think I'm going to have some like shelves and cabinets and whatever stuff back here for stuff that I don't need to have in the garage, like siding and some wood maybe, I don't know. Just outside storage. Oh, kayaks too. Kayaks can be down here. So I'm not concerned about crushing this pipe, which is a little bit shallow, I feel. Like it's only going to have maybe 8 inches of stuff on top of it once it's in place. But anything that I would drive down here, if I'm going to park a tractor or an excavator or anything down here, it's going to be on this side. And then here's all the mud mats and stuff that we use to do that. I'm just going to let the rain rinse those off because I don't have a garden hose plumbed for my house yet. I mean, I could use the creek water, but that's a little bit slow. It's not full pressure. It's only like, how many PSI? Maybe 15 PSI. So, yeah. I might dig this out some more too. Put the dirt up there and then put that dirt somewhere else. And use my aunt's tractor for that stuff.